Welcome back, and we're delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest, Dr. Muna Al-Arishi. Dr. Muna, very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Muna. Now, of course, we seen two main news items related to women, the first of which was President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's condolences for the death of the old lady who really made headlines when she donated her only precious possession, which was her gold earrings, to the Long Live Egypt Fund. And we saw at the time President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi receiving her, having a sit down with her. And now yesterday she passed away at the age of 97, and he sent his condolences to her family and spoke about how she really embodies an exemplary Egyptian woman. How do you see this embodiment by this Egyptian lady?
It's so true because, the Egyptian women have been really the role models in showing that they are supporting their society and community, of course their country as well.
Yes.
So we have seen across history and still standing those type of models.
Yes.
Simple and really, really very effective.
Absolutely. We've also seen in other news, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's wife, the First Lady, who also held a speech on women empowerment on the sidelines of the celebration of the Islamic World Organization for Education, Science and Culture, where she spoke about how women have been empowered by the political leadership and by the Egyptian president in the last years, how Egyptian women have taken a greater role and a bigger portion of political life, whether in the Egyptian parliament or in the cabinet, etc. How do you see women empowerment in Egypt in the last few years, and how has this really changed the perception of Egyptian women?
So I can see a great progress,
Yes.
of course, on the political level as well as the economical one.
Yes.
Because, for example, now there are mandates for governments to ensure that women are present on the board as part of the board members. And we have seen that coming very clearly. There are so many programs now to encourage executives and ladies that have the experience to also go and get certified to be present. So this is creating a great, let's say, pot of skills. So the improvement of skills for women to be ready to join and really bring their insights and expertise to the business side as well. I think this will be making a great, let me say, improvement in the society, especially that all the statistics says that.
Yes. Dr. Muna, now women empowerment isn't just confined to political empowerment or social empowerment or economic empowerment. It is a multifaceted kind of empowerment where women are hoping to be treated as equals, hoping to have just an equal share of every aspect of life in Egypt. What are some of the challenges that still lay ahead of this, Doctor?
I think the perception and the culture is one of the still challenges that we need the people themselves to understand how women really bring a different type of governance, let me say, energy, which improves the overall outcome of any job they take. Like be that in the entrepreneurial side, in the politics, as well as even a simple, young lady who is a leader, bringing her own insights and, like strong skills and knowledge to the working space.
Yes.
But I think the families need to know more about that. The families need to really trust that young ladies should be more empowered, educated, and ready as well.
Absolutely. And Egypt has come a very long way in terms of political empowerment. We're now seeing percentages of women in the Egyptian cabinet and in the Egyptian parliament that were never really there before, surpassing even some of the quotas that were set. How important is this political empowerment in opening the way for further empowerment of, the lay women on the streets of Egypt, not just the political leaders?
Yeah, the parliament is really responsible for many of the decisions, either societal, economical, political, so across the board. And having this type of, I'm not really one to go for quotas. I know that because we are surpassing the quota, this means that really the women now are there. So they have been chosen rather for their own skills and expertise and experiences, not just because of the numbers that are mandated. Okay, so here comes the impact, because now those very well educated ladies are part of the decision making of Egypt.
Yes.
And this will add more to their own, families, alongside the women. So I'm not really the one who goes for just a woman would have it to make a good decision for another woman.
No.
But this is bringing in as a holistic environment, more empowerment for everybody, including the ladies as well.
Absolutely right. Dr. Muna Al-Arishi, Women Empowerment Advocate, I'd like to thank you very, very much, ma'am, for joining us and for your time, as well as your insight on this edition of Cairo Local Time. And we still have more news, and we continue with the Prime Minister, Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, who inspected on Saturday a number of projects in old and historical Cairo which are being renovated. We have more details in this report. Let's take a look.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli inspected on Saturday a number of projects in historical Cairo which are being renovated. The premiere was accompanied by Minister of Tourism